Hey, what's going on, fellow Michigan football fans and whoever else wanders into here, whether or not it's a Buckeye fan or a Nittany Lion fan or a Fighting Illini fan or a Bama fan? Welcome. Okay, so there's the, let me make sure that's broadcasting. Um, Let me see here. There is an ad. Let me go on. Make sure everything is synced up here the way it's supposed to be. Real quick, speaker. All right, so let me play the intro. Actually, let me make an announcement first over on my other um, channel. Marmar, I see you backstage. I got some points I want to get through, so you might want to give me about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and I'll bring you up. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Excuse me. All right, well, it's not announcing over there on my original. Let me see. Let me try this. It's got how long. Let me know who's there. Let me know who's in the chat. All right, everybody. We're gonna yeah, tonight we're gonna I think we're gonna talk some more about the trenches. I have something I wanted to show. I saw a piece. I get sent these things pretty regularly about uh, the depth that the defense is going to have on the line. And I wanted to say a few words about that. And I think Marmar wants to talk about uh, uh, some promising things Sharon Moore is seeing for some of the younger offensive linemen just coming into the program. So we're going to go back to the trenches tonight, and then I'll whoever else wants to come up, I will bring others up, and yeah, we'll rock out for about an hour or however long it goes. So I'll see you on the other side of the intro, and let's go blue. Tim L says, uh, "What's up, go blue?" Thank you for that, Tim. All right, let's go blue. All right, everyone. Welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Sports. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar, and I am the content creator here. I am a Michigan alum. I often say on this channel that my time at the University of Michigan, that was the last ride of Lloyd Carr. So my first year of grad school, that was Tom Brady's last year. So I've been part of the Maize and Blue Nation for a while. I wanted to do a show last week. As a matter of fact, Marmar hit me up and said, "Yo, are we going live tonight?" And I got jammed up in something, and there just wasn't time. But I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel and everybody who supported the last stream. I'm not showing any clips from X today. YouTube demonetized that video because I showed that clip of the Blake Corum pin and pull. They didn't like that one, and I also showed what I think it was Cornelius Johnson's touchdown passes in Columbus. So they said, "Hey, this showed up in another video, so we're demonetizing this." And it's a bummer when you get those notifications and you get those red letters under your video. So you can either clip it out. I clipped out the Blake Corum pin and pull, and then YouTube found something else that it didn't like. So I'm not showing any clips tonight. All right. Michigan football's 2025 pass rush and the run wall. So yes, as we lead up to the season, we're gonna do different aspects. We're gonna talk about different aspects of the team. We talked about the pending NCAA thing, whatever that's gonna be. We talked about Bryce. We talked about the offensive line and a bunch of things. But yeah, Michigan football. When Michigan football is good, and when it's been good, and when it's been competitive, they've been very, very strong in the trenches. And that was a huge part of the Cinderella season. I call it the Cinderella season 2021. I didn't have expectations for the team. I was surprised. Coach Harbaugh was still there coming out of the COVID year and then getting smashed by Ohio State again in 2019. I didn't have expectations for the 2021 season, and they all surprised us. A major part of that was Michigan reasserting itself on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Now, when you think about that 2021 season, I think the stars of the line were David Ojabo and Aiden Hutchinson. So those were two edge rushers. But as we went, I'm trying to think that the only team that really ran the ball aside from Georgia that season on Michigan was Michigan State and Kenneth Walker. But otherwise, Michigan was getting a good pass rush, and they were getting a lot of pressure from those edges. And then when you move to the 2022 season, you had Mike Morris in there. Big Mike is Lance Bedford calls him. Yeah, Big Mike and Mozzie Smith in there. And they started to establish what Joel Clapp called the run wall. So Jim brought in Mike McDonald, and he brought in Jesse Minter to establish that Baltimore Ravens defense. And a major part of that defense is the run wall. You got your edge rushers, but you have two or more big interior linemen there to clog up the running lanes. And so Mikey Morris and Mozzie Smith did that for us in 2022. And then they left. Okay. And then in 2023, the championship season, Team 144, we had KG and Mason Graham in there, and we know what they did. So, yeah, it was the combination of the Baltimore Ravens scheme and then having that stout line up front. Shout out to Johnny Olden. There was a lot of criticism for the linebackers. I'm thinking about Junior Colson, but it was that stout defensive line. So, and they had those guys back, the defensive linemen. They had those guys back last season. We just didn't have any offense. I want to talk about that. But I saw this piece here. It's very, very short. I'm going to sprint through it, and so as not to belabor it. This one is called Michigan's 10 deep rotation on the defensive line will be a major weapon. They all start. And the reason this stood out for me, the reason I thought that this would be important to highlight is because it made me think about the Jimmy Johnson Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm a Gen Xer, so the Cowboys' first two Super Bowl, not their first two, they're under Jimmy Johnson. Those first two Super Bowls were against my Buffalo Bills. Go Bills! And part of the success of that Jimmy Johnson defense, those Dallas Cowboys, was the fact that they were rotating in defensive linemen. So they had highly talented defensive linemen, but they were rotating them in over and over and over again. And the strength of that, the advantage of that, is that you're going to wear down the other team's offensive linemen. Okay, so according to this, Michigan has that depth again this season. I believe our starters played most of that the season last year. Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, Josiah Stewart, and Derek Moore, and you had to bring the young guys up. But this year they have the depth once again. This is very, very short. It says Michigan's 10 deep rotation on the defensive line will be a major weapon. They all start. Michigan football head coach Jerome Moore revealed the Wolverines' 10-man rotation on the defensive line, which will be difficult for offenses to counteract. So that's the key to success there. You bring in fresh linemen over and over and over again, and while that offensive line of your opponent, they wear down. That's the theory there. There's Rashawn Benny right there, number 26. I don't know what number he's going to wear this season. Everybody knows that an elite defense starts with having an elite defensive line. In terms of the 2025 Michigan football defense, that's one box that will be easy to check. All right. In a recent interview with the Michigan Insider, Jerome Moore talked of the defensive line, which should be a strength once again this season, led by defensive tackle Rashawn Benny. Benny could easily be getting ready for his rookie season in the NFL. Getting him back was bigger than any possible transfer portal addition. However, Michigan football also dipped into the portal to land Trey Williams from Clemson and Damon Payne from Alabama. Those guys will help solidify the defensive interior. Trey Pierce, Eno Etta, and Ike Iwuna also flashed last season, especially against Alabama in the ReliQuest Bowl. Marmar kept pointing that out. The starters, the NFL guys, they did not play in the ReliQuest Bowl, and that was all the younger guys. So that's the rotation that we're going to see this season. That's the depth that we're going to see this season. Michigan football didn't have Mason Graham or Kenneth Grant in that game, but spearheaded by Benny and also Derek Moore on the edge, along with TJ Guy, the Wolverines held Alabama to just 13 points. All of those guys made plays in that game. Cameron Brandt, another edge, is also expected to take a leap this season. If he takes a leap similar to the one Guy did last season, while Guy should also be better, I think there's a B missing there. The pass rush could be as good as any in college football. The defensive tackle position might not have as much high-end talent, although I still believe Benny can play his way into a first-round pick. The depth is as good as it's been in years, according to what Sharon Moore told the Michigan Insider. It's going to be fun. We are going to be able to bring guys through. We're going to be able to cycle at least 10 guys on the defensive line, Moore said. I don't know if we've been able to do that since probably 2021, maybe when we had the Mozzies and the Mike Morrises and the Ojabos and the Hutches and the Donovan Jeters and the Chris Hintons and all those guys, where we could rotate a lot of guys. This year, we'll be able to rotate, I think, 10 guys, 6 on the inside and 4 on the outside. Okay. See, guys, as I promised, short and sweet. I want to take a quick look because I'm a scientist, so I deal in numbers. And I wanted to take a quick look at the last 3 years of the defense. And I wanted to take a look at how the defense did last season versus the previous 2, because this data from the Big Ten statistics only goes back to 2022. I'm going to sprint through this and then bring Marmar up. I promise this will be short. So I was curious. So let's go back to, this only goes back to 2022. All right, so for that season, David Ojabo and Aiden Hutchinson, they were gone, okay, at that point. So now you're talking about Mike Morris and Mozzie and Derek Moore was in there. I think Josiah had transferred over at that point as well. Michigan, that season, they allowed 194.2 passing yards per game, and an average of 97.9 rushing yards per game. So the defense was suffocating that season, aside from the TCU game that we all don't have fond memories of. So they allowed an average of 292.1 yards per game. So let's take a look at the championship season. All right, the championship season. Okay, Michigan allowed 157 passing yards per game and 90 rushing yards per game. So they got a little bit better, and then they allowed their opponents an average of 247 yards per game. Okay, so last season, team 145. Okay, the numbers were similar. So for Michigan, for team 145, they allowed an average of 216.3 passing yards per game, and then an average of 90.7 rushing yards per game. So the rushing yards stayed about the same, and they allowed a few more passing yards per game, about 20. The bulk of those probably came in the Texas game, and then maybe the UFC game. But I think what these numbers are showing me is that the defense has been steady all throughout, and we know that the big hole in Team 145 was the offensive side of the ball. Okay. According to what I just read, with that depth on the front of the defense, in the trenches, this is probably going to go back to the 2023 season, where Michigan was allowing under 200 yards a game through the air and under 100 yards a game on the ground. So I think, once again, we're looking at what kind of offensive production are we going to get? And I think that is going to dictate how well Team 146 does. And I think that they're gonna do well. Offensive line play and quarterback play, I think that's going to be the keys to Team 146. So with that, I'm going to bring up Marmarski, and he wants to talk about Andrew Babaloa and Ty Haywood, and we'll see where it goes. And then if anyone else comes through, like Dom or Maniac, whoever, I'll drop the link as well. So everybody, let's welcome back from the great state of Ohio. Yeah, he's in Ohio. Marmarski. You got to unmute, man. They can't hear you.
You didn't have to do it like that. I just live here. I don't represent it.
Hey, man, you know what? In the presidential elections, the country goes the way Ohio goes. So
I see that. I hope he ain't going the way they go. You see how the country is?
well, hold on for 1 second. I didn't play any of my drops. Let me welcome you up with the humble hearts. Hold on.
What did? I mean, there's, yeah. I mean, I know that probably things you're thinking of the same as I'm thinking of, but I mean, let's move on with humble hearts. Take the high road, but.
All right.
Yeah.
We got a shout out there in the chat from Tim L. What's going on, Marma?
What up, though, Tim L?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So what you was talking about, yeah, I like everything Sharon Moore is saying. Just got word that fall camp starts July 30th. They got a whole month before August 30th to get everything together and ready to go. And I look forward to it. And I like what Sharon Moore touched based on Babalola and Ty Hayward, that they are well polished individuals. And I see them seeing the field this year. I really do. Because if
Okay.
he, Juan Castillo, or whatever his name is developing that line, they say he got real hands on, helping that offensive line. And Soup Campbell got hands on with the receivers. So I think that'll pay big dividends this year. We'll see. Bryce keeps saying it'll be like something we ain't never seen before. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one you sent me right here. Sharon Moore says Babaloa, Haywood,
Yeah.
as physically gifted as any freshman he's seen.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm all for that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the key to our season right there. I mean, I think
Offensive line, yep.
offensive line and quarterback play. So, how quickly can can they keep Bryce's jersey clean, and can he adapt to what he's going to face from the opposing defensive coordinators?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tim L says, Tim and I thank you for your participation here. He says, with that defense, we may not lose a game. The defense is going to be good for 12 points a game, I think. Yeah, it's interesting. When I looked at the stats just now, they were nobody. Well, it's Johnny Olden. As he said, you get nothing. Let me do that again. I just froze. You get nothing. So none of those, all those seasons going back to 2022, teams were averaging under 100 yards rushing against us. So that's gonna Ohio State. You need to be very concerned about that. You need to be very, very concerned. Antog has come through. Oh, I didn't know you were an Ohio guy, Antog. He says, "Go Buckeyes." All right. He says, "We're taking it back. We're taking it back over this year." Hey, anything can happen on any given Saturday. So I know that.
All right. And dog, so your prediction is that y'all gonna beat Ohio, Texas this on August 30th at 12 p.m. That's what you telling me? I don't believe that one. Mm-mm. I believe that Sarkisian is coming back, coming to Columbus with revenge on his mind. Not only revenge, but you have a different quarterback, um, in Archie Manning, the prodigal son, and then you have Matt Patricia on the defensive side calling Buckeyes plays, defensive plays, and it take 3 years. Like Mays and Johnny said, it take 3 years to implement a consistent. So you see how it worked for Jim Knowles when he finally got that defense for the Buckeyes to finally click. You see how they was shutting stuff down in the playoff. Yeah, I just think it's gonna be a bad long day for the Buckeyes on August 30th for in that Texas game. And another point I want to point on. Yeah, you the reigning national champs. Okay, but you didn't beat the defending national champ from the year prior. We came to your house in 13-10, you ant dog. 13-10 with a quarterback that threw for 62 yards, a linebacker that converted to a running back, ran all over you. A walk on throwing the ball to another walk on in O'Leary. Then we got the best kicker in the nation, Zavada, sealed your fate. While Sharon Moore on the sideline shooting bow and arrows and two coaches soul. Yeah, you can be the reigning champ, but over this way, we don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, complementary football. Complementary football. That was the big hole in our team. We were fortunate to get the win down in the snake pit. But yeah, the kicker's there, the defense is there, and we just need to move the ball up and down the field. And this will be a Joe. I think Joe Clapp had us at number 12. Let me pull up the preseason rankings right now.
I
Anthon
gotta ask. I want to add, dog. We don't know that though. You don't know until August 30th hits you in your face. And then another thing, you put faith in Julian saying the same quarterback that threw at two people's feet throughout in the playoff game, and then the word coming out of the Woody Hayes is that not everybody coaches are not impressed with Julian saying. So don't sit up here and do that. Texas got a better defense than Michigan. They're gonna shut y'all down. Especially with y'all losing everything. Y'all gonna go through the same thing Michigan went through last year. This is a different era. This NIL. People buying players. And they gonna be the same result every year. Like it has been for the last what 45 years before NIL. It ain't the same. You seen it throughout the college football last year. You seen it throughout the NCAA tournament. It wasn't. It was barely some small teams that usually go Cinderella stories. Yeah, they won a lot of them in the NCAA tournament because it's going to differ every year.
Okay. Let me see. That's the SEC. You guys are
Hey,
getting it kind of lit in here.
hey,
So okay, so Anthog says I respect Michigan.
yeah. Pull that
Uh,
next comment up. Pull that next comment. You got the number one receiver in the nation. But how many yards did he have against Michigan though? Pull that stat up. And Texas shut him down again. He didn't do nothing in that Texas game. He made one big catch in the national championship game and a touchdown. That's it. He didn't have over 50 yards in them games. The only game he showed out is in the Tennessee and the Oregon game. The next two games, people shut him down. Stop it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think the key to Jeremiah's success, if opponents get a good pass rush on your quarterback, then he's not gonna, yeah, he'll be nullified. Anthog says sophomore year he will have a breakout year August 30th, like you said. You muted
I didn't
yourself again.
concur that. Yeah, I didn't concur that. I did not share that same sentiment with you, and dog. You believe that. But Texas defense is crazy this year. Probably the number one defense in the country as we speak. They got so many rotational guys they're gonna throw it at Julian Sayre. I predict Julian Sayre throw 3 picks, two of them pick sixes to the house for Texas. Then y'all gonna walk out of that stadium like we did last year in halftime. I'm telling y'all, man, that's our first game. Your first game. Y'all don't play Ohio your first game. You play Texas. It's gonna be a big test for Julian Sayre in that offensive line.
Okay, 3MGG, salute to you. He says, go blue. Okay, thank you for being here. I haven't seen you before.
What up, three?
Um,
That's Maze.
that's Mace.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay,
Maze.
okay, okay.
Yeah, that's
Um,
Maze man.
all right, Mace, you ran off my boy, man. Haven't seen him since.
Yeah, Maze,
I haven't
Maze
seen him
know what
since.
it
Mace,
is.
if you want to come up, Mace, I'll drop. Here's the link right here. Uh,
Tell
um,
Ant Dog to come up.
and Doc, if you want to come up, you're welcome to come up. I'm gonna
Yeah, come
hang out
on, Ant Dog,
for
bring that smoke.
another 30, 45 minutes. I have the top 25 queued up here while you guys decide if you're gonna come up. Let me pull this up. Stop that.
Come on, Maze, come up here for a minute. Good.
All right, so right now I'm gonna start here at number 12. So they have the college football news has Michigan ranked. Well, we'll start with Illinois. They're number 12. Michigan's ranked number 11. Miami's ranked number 10. LSU's ranked number 9. Clemson is ranked number 8. Oregon is ranked 7th. Notre Dame is ranked 6th. Georgia is ranked 5th. Penn State is 4th. Joe Klatt had him first. Had them number 1. They're giving a lot of respect to Ohio. Ohio is ranked number 3. Okay.
As
You got Maze Man
usual.
back there. And they're
As
showing a lot of love to
usual.
Bama. Bama's number 2, Texas number 1. We got joined by
What's going on,
Maze
gentlemen?
Batman.
What's up,
Yeah,
Maze? What you doing?
What's going on?
what's going on? I'm sorry, I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I'm in a bad service area. I just wanted to come up so I didn't look like I wasn't it didn't look
No,
like I was ignoring you.
you good, big dog. You good. I just wanted
Yeah.
you to come cook Ant Dog real quick.
Nah, man, but yeah, I don't know if you can hear me because I know this area is
No,
bad for service.
no, we can hear you.
Um, but yeah, um,
So hold up. So Marmar, before he's borging a little bit. So this is you right here, M3, right? Or is that Maniac?
Yeah, that's Maze Madman.
Okay, I think I got you guys mixed up. It was Maniac who ran my boy off. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
forgive me that.
Maniac.
All right, what's going on?
Uh, Maze will run them off too.
We still got him? I think you might have Marmar, you're muted. Oh, okay, he's talking to someone at his house. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he froze up. He said he was in a bad area.
Okay,
all right,
he's back.
I can
Yeah,
hear
there
you
you
again
go.
now. All right, my bad, man. This is
No, you
like
good.
this part of Virginia right here.
Yo, which part you in?
I'm actually in Northern Virginia, but I'm right now I'm traveling like Loudoun County, but I'm like what is this like Berryville right now?
Okay. That's where I am too.
Um,
So we gotta watch some
okay,
games, man. It's the season. Let me know when you guys
definitely,
come in.
definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in
Man,
Alexandria.
I love this Michigan connection, bro, because we everywhere, man. I got a family member that
Yeah,
lives
man.
in Virginia, man.
Yeah.
So
Michigan
yeah, man.
fan base is massive.
Yeah, so Maze Madman, you got anything on the topic or anything else you wanna throw in?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the topic is. Not I caught the show late. But what were you guys speaking on?
Okay, so I started with Sharon Moore revealed that they're gonna go 10 deep on the offensive
I
line.
like that.
They're gonna rotate in players like the Jimmy Johnson Dallas Cowboys. So they're gonna use that depth to wear down opposing offensive lines.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's an amazing idea. I know a couple years ago, Antoine Johnson, who I know watches this channel too. I'm not sure if he's in the chat tonight, but that's one of the things that he was championing. Like he wanted that 2 years ago, them to like rotate basically 10 guys along the defensive line, keeping guys fresh. So I believe that they certainly have the depth to do that with the transfer portal, the way they hit the transfer portal this offseason, with the talent that they brought back with TJ Guy, internal and on the inside with Rayshon Benny and those guys. So I think it's a great idea, and it's a great idea not just because you have that depth, but it's also given some guys who may not have otherwise gotten in if not for this sort of rotation. A lot of time on the field. You know what I mean? The Eddas who we've been waiting to see. I mean, not Edda necessarily, but other players that we've been waiting to see. Get in with some different rotations.
Yeah, and now that they've had a whole summer to work out without Mason and Kenneth Grant, yeah, a lot of the
Right.
younger guys they got more reps, they got more time, and those are the guys who played in the Galactus Bowl. And
For sure, and you're not gonna replace them 1-to-1, right? Like there isn't a player on the roster that's gonna replace Mason Graham, but certainly with that depth is where you can start to make that headway.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Maze, we talked about this You talked about this on your show about a few months ago about the defensive line in the rotation.
Yeah. And now that Sharon's come out and basically confirmed what everybody or what people have been saying. Let me not say everybody, but what people have been, speculating about. I think that's great, man. And it also shows that those guys are putting in the work. I don't think he would have come out and said we're gonna have a 10-man roster if he didn't believe that they could go 10 deep. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I want to acknowledge Blue Wolverine. Thank you for the generous super chat here. He says, "Go Blue," and he also says, "Yo, Marmar."
Shout out B Dub, man. He's everywhere.
Yeah, man. Hey, he's everywhere, bro.
Right.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was thinking earlier. So when the season starts, I'm gonna switch over to the post game and then the prediction probably that Sunday or that Monday.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep the tradition. I'm gonna have Johnny come and christen the season probably mid-August. I gotta hit him up. Oh, we got another one. Oh, Blue Wolverine. He says, "Thank you again." He says, Mays in here doing his Johnny Olden Jr. Impersonation. I did my previous thing earlier in the stream myself. So, but okay. So you do Mays, you do a good Johnny Olden.
No, I think he's talking about because I'm in the car.
Yeah, you can't get in
Johnny
the
does the car live.
car.
Yeah, yeah, man. But only Johnny can be Johnny, man. That's for sure.
Yes, yeah. Hey, Johnny, did you watch his live today? That was wet.
I didn't. I didn't get a chance, man. I was super busy, man. I was putting out a lot of fires at work today, so I didn't really get a chance to even chat with those dudes. Usually I'm chatting with him and Maniac throughout the day. I didn't even get to do that.
Yeah, He said, hey, you gonna love, big discussion and Maze. Y'all gotta watch that rant today. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Who was he going in on? Was it Ohio State fan or was it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Of course.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Talking about if they won the game, they be like, see, I told you we won. We finally won. Hey, he just
Yeah.
goes on a 20-minute rant of this, man. It's
Crazy.
hilarious. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. But look, I'm gonna hop down, guys. Big discussion.
I appreciate you. I
Keep doing what
appreciate
you're
you.
doing, Marmar. I got love for you, man.
I
Hey,
Go
appreciate
blue.
you.
hey Mace,
No blue.
where
Yes,
can I?
sir.
Where can I find you? Where can you're driving, so you can't drop it in the back chat.
Man's
You want
mad, man.
you
I
want
got you,
Instagram?
Yeah.
Maze.
Marmar got my contact information and all that too. So yeah,
Okay,
you can get it from him. Yes, sir.
Hey,
okay,
I'll see. Do you want Maze? Maze, you want me to give him your number?
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'll
All right.
text you Anwar. I'll text you his number.
okay. Appreciate
Yes,
that.
sir. You guys have
Okay.
a good one.
Well,
God
blue.
bless you, brother.
All right,
That's
Marmar.
dope.
Yeah, it is. It is. I didn't realize he was here. Okay, but there's a lot of Michigan people here in Northern Virginia. All right. We got about 20 minutes left. Let's go through the
Pull up Blue
schedule.
Wolverine last comment.
He says, Ohio State lost a recruit today, and more dropped the eyeballs. Life is good.
Life is good.
Does that
That
mean
mean another
more?
recruit? Yeah, recruit on the way.
Okay. So the kid might be coming here.
Whenever Sharon dropped them eyes, you better pay attention. Because guess what? He's cooking.
Yeah, he is. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna you know what, before we look at the schedule, let's just you mentioned this, and I mean I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I think this is significant in terms of what we're about to see this season. We'll just take a quick look at the the offensive drop off from 2023 to 2024. So let me see. So 2023, 36 points per game. Our opponents averaged 10 points per game. Michigan generated 382 total yards per game, 213 passing yards, and 169 rushing yards per game. Okay. And so I just want to take a quick look at this. This is going to be paltry. And then in 2024, you go to 19.9 points per game, 286.2 total yards per game, 129.1 passing yards per game, and then 157.2 rushing yards per game. So if we restore that passing attack, yeah, this is going to be a dangerous team, a very dangerous team.
Very.
Okay. And Marmar, if there's something else you want to chime in on, feel free to go ahead. Let's see. While I bring this up.
Chime in on
Anything else you want to say?
so during the season, are you going to do shows or just post games?
So I will do post games, and I'll probably do a prediction for the upcoming game. I mean, we can still do this one. We can still do this one.
Okay.
I just realized, as I've been learning how to do this over the last 5 years, you got to get your reaction right in after the game, and then you want to get your prediction in, early on in the week.
Mm-hmm. Because I'll be at that August 30th game, so I can just text you and tell you what I see compared to what you see on the TV, because it's way different.
It is.
It's totally different. Because you can, if you watch, like I was at the spring game, and then when I watch it on TV, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that, or I didn't see that, because when you in the stadium, you paying attention to everything else.
That's right. And when you're at home watching it, you got the commentary, you got the replays, you got it's just different. It's just different. And even, it's funny, even the speed of the game in person, it looks different than it does on TV.
Yep. Sure do.
Yeah. Please smash that like button, everybody. We're going to hang on for a little bit longer. So the Wolverines.
Like and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Game 1, the kickoff game is against New Mexico. All right. The Wolverines are going to host the Lobos. The next week is the big one. The Wolverines go down to Norman, Oklahoma. It looks like.
What's your take on that one?
I know Oklahoma. That might be a good next show for us, Marmar. I know to scout Oklahoma a little bit. I know they got the McTeer kid from what was that, Washington State?
But look at his stats; they terrible in big games.
Yeah. I mean, but he did when they played, because I remember watching the highlights against Washington before we played Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He was moving the ball against Washington, and then in that I think that game went down to the wire.
So, because
So, you know what? Yeah, for the next show, let's see if we can do a deep
dive. We talk. Yeah, do I'll go home. Yep.
Okay. So they go to Oklahoma, but let me put my rankings back up. Is Oklahoma even ranked? Let's see, preseason college football rankings. You can start right there. Drop this down. Is Oklahoma even ranked? Let's go to the top. That's the Alabama linebacker. Fires back at Florida State quarterback. Okay, that's trash talk between them. Okay. Let's see. So Boise, Iowa State, Indiana. Oh, yeah, they're number 22. They're number 22. So somebody thinks they have something.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Hey, did you see Oklahoma's schedule? It's a gauntlet.
You know what, Marmar? That's a good point. Let's take a look. Let's see, Oklahoma football schedule. This will be our first look at Oklahoma. So Oklahoma, they've got Illinois State, so they have a warm-up game just like we do. They got us. Okay, they've got Temple, so they're going to play Temple. Okay, they've got Auburn, Kent State, Texas. Okay, so they moved to the SEC.
Yeah, they moved when Oklahoma moved. I mean, Texas moved.
Okay, so they got
This is
Texas.
second. This they second. Yeah, this they second year, just like it's Texas second year in the SEC.
Okay, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. They got it. They
Yeah,
got to go. They got
they
Bama.
got. Yeah, they got.
They have
Do
to
they
go
play
to
Texas A&M too? No, they ain't got Texas A&M yet.
So after Bama, they play Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
LSU.
LSU, and that's it.
That's it.
That's a gauntlet.
Yeah, they're gonna get
They could
waxed.
go 5-7.
Okay.
See, I think the game they gonna win Illinois State, Temple, and Kent State, but yeah, they can go 3-9 this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't see them beating Texas. I don't see them beating LSU. I don't see them beating Alabama. I don't see them beating South Carolina. Casella's a whole different quarterback. Um, yeah, so yeah, I don't see them. Yeah, that's a tough schedule, man.
It is.
I and Florida got a tough schedule too. They got a gauntlet. Notre Dame got a gauntlet. Yeah, all of them got a gauntlet. It's gonna be different this year.
Okay. Well, fortunately for everybody, you just have to be one of the top 12 teams. Well, but you need to be one of the top 12 teams instead of one of the top 4 to make it. Oh, Buckeyes battle cry. Oh, we got a Buckeye here. Buckeye battle cry. You want to come up? I'm gonna hang on for another 10, 15 minutes. You're welcome to come up and give your Buckeye 2 cents.
Yeah, Buckeye battle cry.
The link is right there if you want to come up and say a few words. We're friendly over here. If Maze Maniac is here, I can't promise that though. And Buckeye Battle Cry, we have to. Well, I think last year we talked about collabing at some point. I've turned on. I've watched you and your partner uh, 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 talk about the season. You guys are ranked. It looks like number 3. I'd love to hear what you guys, if you guys think you guys are properly ranked. Okay, he says just popping in today. Still gotta do a live together. Okay, yeah. Let me know. Do you think? Let me go back to my rankings here. Buckeye Battle Cry. Do you think that?
Yeah, Buckeye Battle Cry. Come on, man. Let's talk SEC football real quick.
Buckeye Battle Cry. Do you think you guys are the number 3 team in the country? You think that's an accurate ranking for you guys? And how do you feel? You know, as much as you want to say there in the chat, how do you feel about your season opener against Texas? You guys are. Somebody thinks you guys are worthy of that number 3 spot.
Hey, Amber, they thought the same thing last year for us.
We got them.
What's up, Buckeye?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's up, Battle Cry? Hey, Battle Cry.
Yeah.
So the SEC gonna beat up on each other this year, right? So we ain't gotta, with the Big Ten, ain't gotta worry about what they doing.
Yeah, no, I'd say that for sure, man. And to answer your question too, I'd probably put a couple teams ahead of us, like on paper only, not including coaching and whatever else comes into factor. I would put Penn State above Ohio State at this point in the offseason.
Peter, hold on.
Hey, Buckeye Battle Cry.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I didn't welcome him the right way. Lou Holtz needs to welcome him.
You tell them they better bring their lunch because it's going to be a full damn day's work.
Hell yeah. I love that. Come on, Sting. Y'all don't do that.
You heard that, AJ?
I want to know where Lou Holtz is right now.
All right, let's try that joke again. Lou Holtz needs to welcome him.
You tell them they better bring their lunch because it's going to be a full damn day's work.
Hell yeah. I love that. Hey, hope you heard that, AJ.
And then they didn't know how to count.
Y'all remember when Mark May and Lou Holtz used to do the post game show
on that college football show at night.
It was the one at the end of the night.
College football final. Yeah, college football final.
There you go. That was the one, man. That's the throwback. But yeah, I remember those days.
Hey, all the ESPN stuff to swab, that used to be my favorite one.
I used to love the trivia of that show too, no doubt.
But
something.
Let me ask you this, Buckeye Battle Cry.
Yeah,
I want your honest opinion.
Sure.
Do you believe in Julian Sayon? Because coming out the Woody, a lot of people are not high on him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. It's twofold for me, okay? Mm-hmm. In the very, very limited action we saw him at the end of the games last year, because Ryan Day loves to keep his quarterbacks in, really frustrates me, really irritates me. I want them to get out and get some backup, some playing time, because Ohio State runs a system where if the quarterback goes down and our backup has no experience, that's really detrimental to our season. Now, in terms of Julian Sayin himself, I have transitioned a little bit in the sense of I used to be very confident in every quarterback that Ryan Day would recruit. Kyle McCord kind of wrecked that for me a little bit. He kind of shook my confidence. It took me a long time to warm up to Will Howard. And I have heard these reports in the spring, now from Greg McElroy. Take it with a grain of salt if you want. But I've also heard from Buckeye insiders that some good days, some bad days for Julian Sayin and Keen Holtz. So I am a little bit skeptical. Now, he's a 5-star. And like I said, my confidence was never rocked in Ryan Day picking a quarterback and choosing a quarterback before Kyle McCord. It got built up a little bit with Will Howard and what he did in the playoffs last year, but with Julian saying himself, I need to see something, man. He looks scrawny to me, bro. He looked like if he take one pop, he might be out
It's
for a
over.
couple weeks.
It's over. And then, I'm not being funny. I'm just saying Texas defense reloaded. I think they better than what they were coming into the season last year.
Yeah,
This
they got
year,
Simmons and Muhammad in the secondary. It's going to be a challenge for each quarterback. I would say that. And in all honesty, my co-host Rob and I, we at this point in the offseason, we would give Texas a slight edge in the matchup. We would give Texas a slight edge at this point because now they lost 12 to the draft too. But like you said, Marmar, they reloaded through the portal a lot better than we did. Sometimes that works though. Sometimes it doesn't.
it doesn't. Yeah, you seen who did that last year? That reloaded through the not y'all. Somebody else did. They put a lot of money into the portal and didn't
I
work
mean,
out very
definitely
well for
Indiana and Colorado for sure, but
Indiana. Just that was what school did he come from? James Madison. That
from
was just
James,
James Madison. Yeah, that was just James Madison, senior players knowing his
yeah,
system, bringing it to Indiana. Nobody knew how Indiana was going to be because it wasn't the same Tom Allen, Indiana that we was accustomed to.
that's fair.
So
That's a fair point.
yeah, that's why uh, in that Michigan game, if Michigan had an offense, they would have blew Indiana out because they were shutting them down in the second half.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, you're right. Indiana
And, th-
jumped out the big lead and then didn't score again, basically.
and then y'all went out, and then the next week they came to y'all and got obliterated.
They
So,
did. And basically, we're a no-show in the playoffs. But
I didn't expect them to do nothing.
no,
I think Indiana coach was in over his head, and like I tell the Indiana fan at my job, I said y'all better duplicate because he said we beat y'all. I said that's fair. Y'all beat
sure,
us what one time in 30 years.
right.
But I'm gonna let you have it. But I want to see him duplicate that. And then another thing I want to talk about is: do you
Yeah.
think Oregon? This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Anwar and Buckeye battle cry.
Yeah.
You remember how when Rutgers came in, Nebraska came in. Who else came in with them? Maryland,
Maryland, yeah, sure.
Rutgers,
Mm-hmm.
the Maryland Rutgers, and Nebraska, right? And who was the next one?
Nebraska was a couple years before them, yeah. But yeah, you're right.
Yes. So you remember how they had success in the beginning? These new teams
Sure.
that came into the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I don't think Oregon gonna have that success. Yeah, they may recruit well, but I don't think they gonna be able to handle a couple more years of this Big Ten. I really don't, and I don't think UCLA gonna handle it, and I definitely don't think USC gonna handle it.
Yeah.
Washington, because of Jed Fish, I think because Jed
Mhm.
Fish is from the Harbaugh tree, so I think he's gonna
Yeah.
have a little more success than everybody else.
No, that's a fair point. I think the Pacific Northwest is actually an overlooked recruiting region. It's pretty nice, man. From going from South San Francisco up to Washington, and Jed Fish is a good coach. He did good in a short stint in Arizona. Oregon. Here's the thing, man. I have obviously Dante Moore's taken over at quarterback. He was pathetic at UCLA in his freshman year, but that's UCLA with the roster. No talent whatsoever. So he's got a lot to prove too. He's been sitting behind the guys. Now here's the thing with I do have them losing to Penn State because of cross country travel, not because I believe in Franklin in a big game, but only because of the elite talent that they're bringing back, and because Oregon has to travel cross country and play in that whiteout night game. So I think Oregon takes a little step back, and I do think Indiana takes a step back too. I think that's pretty clear. That's pretty obvious. Like, I mean, they took the conference by surprise, and I do like Signetti's mouth though. Like, he's a smack talker, and I've never seen that from Indiana.
He's from the Nick Saban tree.
He's from the Saban tree. Yep. And he came in saying Purdue sucks, Michigan sucks, Ohio State sucks. I kind of like that. But I
Yeah,
also like
you're
shutting them up
supposed
too,
to.
of course.
Yeah, you. That's how you supposed to have your team confident in that. Don't mean it's gonna work out well for you.
Right. And and you better back it up if you're going to talk that smack, though. That's the thing, especially as a head coach.
This is Michigan's and Ohio State's Big Ten. Ain't nobody taking that over.
Yeah, man, for real, for real. No, we're the power teams and the power players in the conference. Oregon had a nice little cute run, and I had them going 10-2 personally.
Dan Landy thought winning that Big Ten championship was it.
He thought he'd arrived, right? The whole fan base
Yeah,
did.
yeah, they thought it was a that was a takeover, and then no show in the Rose Bowl game. They looked at like
Yeah.
let something hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't look like the game plan that well.
Anwar, that was terrible, man. Gabriel looked like he's gonna look in the NFL.
Yeah. Tim L says Oregon has to build a defense to win the Big Ten. Or to win
Spot on, bro. Spot on, Tim. That's the thing,
And I don't
man.
think they invested in defense. They don't.
Mateo
They-
Uyunglele, he's probably going to lead the Big Ten in sacks this year. But outside of him, I'm not really petrified by anybody on that defense.
Mm-mm.
The D-line is going to get pushed around again. So they got a lot
Yeah,
to
they
prove, man.
small. They recruit small,
Thank you.
fast people. Yeah, like I said, I want to touch base on the Dante Moore.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying, but he could have been. I mean, we have seen quarterback with less talent, not less talent
sure.
around them, show out.
He's
And
definitely got the receiving core, right?
yeah. Mhm. Who they first see? They got an easy schedule. They gave them an easy schedule this year. Oregon.
Yeah. They did both of us. All they got is Penn State.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think they play yeah, I know they avoid both Michigan and Ohio State this year, but I can't remember who else as big boys on their schedule. But yeah, Dante
Pull that
Moore's
up,
got a lot of proof. They
man.
got Tanner Holden. They got
Oregon schedule.
yeah,
All right,
pull
hold
that
on.
up because I can't remember right
Let's
now.
see. Yeah, let's see Oregon schedule.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember who else, but I know at least from what stood out, I know Penn State's the only big dog on the schedule.
All right, here it comes.
Let's see what we got.
Why you laugh, man? Because you see the schedule.
I'm looking at what they got first. They got
It's the comedy hour.
Oh,
Love.
Montana State.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Oklahoma State might beat them though.
Mike Gundy fighting for his job down there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that might be a good game, though.
Interesting. Okay. The homeless Wildcats. All right.
Oregon State.
Ooh, at Oregon State.
I like the rivalry.
Ooh.
Okay, Indiana again. Back to back. That's tough back to back.
Rutgers.
Oh, they do. Oh, they do play Wisconsin. This year it's in now. Last year in Madison, man, in Camp Randall, Wisconsin. Honestly, they gave them the best regular season game that they had.
And almost pulled it off if they had an offense.
This close, man.
They have to go out to
And
Iowa.
that was without a quarterback.
Yeah, they have to go out to Iowa.
Hey, don't sleep. Hey, what time is that game? Oh, they ain't got a time.
Yeah, it's in November.
So if that's the night game in Iowa, we all know what Iowa do to you when you go there at night.
Yep.
Yeah, we know.
Those pink locker rooms, man. They got voodoo effects or something.
Mm-hmm.
So then they host Minnesota.
Okay, hosting Minnesota. Is that home or away versus USC?
They got a
USC.
lot of home games this year.
Then they
Okay.
go out to Washington.
Hey, now hold on. Now let me break this down about Washington. That quarterback they got is gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah. Who did he get again? I can't remember his name right now.
Nah, I forget his name, but he a problem. He gonna be a
Yeah.
problem.
Man, here's the thing. Before last year, man, Dan Lanning was 0-2 versus Washington, and he had not beaten Oregon State yet. Now, he did beat both of them last year. I get that. But he's not exactly a proven winner in these rivalry games. Not yet.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Tim L says Dante Moore is a step back from who they had.
I would agree because of the inexperience. He had 1 year behind a horrible offensive line and no offensive talent to work with. But like we did say, that's a massive step up in talent in Oregon and protection. But we'll see what he can do, man. I'm glad he was a Michigan guy, wasn't he? A Michigan high schooler.
Dante Moore, I'm not sure.
I think he was from the state, and then he went out to UCLA. But
Wolverine J, thank you for subbing my channel. Appreciate that. All right.
I guess. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, Dante Moore is from Detroit. He's from the same area.
That's right, Detroit King High School, I think too. Actually, now that
Yeah,
rings a bell.
he's from Detroit. Same thing where Bryce Underwood at.
Sure thing. Yeah, there's some guys that got away, but obviously you got Bryce Underwood, TJ Carr. He's down in Notre Dame now from Saline, but yeah, that's actually a little bit tougher schedule than I thought it was. But overall, I mean, I had them going 10-2, so
No
and
Big
probably
Ten
missing.
championship.
What's that?
No trip to Indy.
I don't think they're going to Indy this year either. They take enough of a step back to miss Indy, but 10-2 should get them in the playoffs. So we'll see. What about Illinois? I'd like to hear you guys' input on Illinois if you have time. Like, I mean, Brett Bielema at 10-3, 16 returning starters. Are they going to be legit, or are people just jumping on the same bandwagon and the same train? Like, I know they're going to be good in the trenches, in my opinion, but
You know, I was thinking earlier after we lost to them last season, an Illinois fan came in my post game analysis and said, you know, you acted like we didn't win the game. You acted like we weren't good. And I was like, dude, we didn't have a quarterback. We couldn't move the ball.
sure.
Hey, you talking about that Oregon game?
Illinois.
Yeah, that Oregon game, that shit they did with excuse my French, with Shamaz Morgan trying to be a quarterback. What was that? You could have just
That's
ran
right.
it in,
Yeah.
and the game would have been tied.
Yeah, I was at that game. I was at that one. I decided to get a cheap ticket. I got a ticket for $17 at the last minute.
How?
I mean, it was like 3/4 empty or 3/4 full, you know, like it was just late in the season and there were so many tickets available for so cheap. I just finished the Ohio State Penn State game. I went to go look at tickets. I live in the area. So I said, shoot, I'm gonna get on it.
You
So
live
I
in
went
Ann Arbor?
in the area, yeah. Yep.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know you was in Michigan.
Yeah, we in Michigan too,
Aren't you
man.
the one that graduated from Michigan?
That's my co-host. Yep, that's my co-host.
Oh, and he's a Buckeye
Rob.
guy.
That's Rob.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That you graduated.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. So, yeah, no, yeah. So I just, I with taxes and fees, it only came to $31. I said, let me just hop over to the Michigan Stadium real quick. So that's what I did after last fall. But yeah, no, I think this should be a fun season, man. We're only a month and a half away from it. Like,
hey,
all the
listen.
trash talking and the biting got to end because it's about to the rubber's about to meet the road, man.
Hey, the 23rd is week 0. I'm watching all them games.
Yeah, it's not as good of a slate. Usually there's one good game in week 0, but I feel like
Nah,
there's not
yeah,
a
it is. I think it's Kansas or somebody else.
it
Pull
is
up the
Kansas.
August 23rd schedule, Anwar, because I think it's a couple good games on that day.
Well, Kansas
It's
got
gonna
that
be
good
awesome.
quarterback.
Man, he been in the league since 1950.
He been there forever, for real. That's
All right,
facts.
but the Thunder's starting out here, so I don't want this the power to go out while we're doing this. So we're gonna wrap up soon.
Man, it's thunder. It's always thundering somewhere, man. It's
Man,
Yeah,
we
you're
raining
a
got
big
Dunbar
fan.
somewhere.
here. Okay. Let's see. Football schedule.
Hey, Anwar, did you hear about the guy that had the box truck? They pulled it over. He had like 100 things of propane and gas cans. And then when they pulled him on, he jumped out of the car and started running.
Nah.
Yeah, man, I just seen
Dang.
that report earlier, bro. That's crazy work, bro.
Whoa. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the type of world we living in today.
So say that again. He had propane in his truck.
He had like 100 cans of propane filled up and then like 20 gas cans filled up. And when they stopped him, he jumped out of the car and ran. And in my opinion, I'm like, y'all didn't chase him?
What in the world?
Because he could have pressed a button right there and blew everybody up.
Yeah, a little detonation or something. Jeez. Wow. That's pretty wild. My goodness.
All right, there you go, Marmar.
All right, so 23rd is Kansas and Fresno
Okay.
State is the best game.
Oh man.
Oh, no. Iowa State and Kansas State is a good game.
Yeah, good quarterback play in that game. For
Yeah,
sure.
because Iowa always plays tough.
Yeah.
And then Kansas State quarterback, I'm
They got
waiting for him
Jackson.
to get over the hump. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a rough year. He needs to bounce back this season for sure. No question. Everybody had he kind of praised him that he'd be, taking this huge step forward, and he didn't quite deliver last year. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, getting back to Julian saying real quick, and then we'll bounce. I'll bounce out of here. But I definitely need to see some things from him. I need to see a little confidence building things
Ooh. Look at
because
that. Look at that on Thursday night.
that's not bad. Opening week, little Rutgers action. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be up in Ann Arbor on the 29th.
Oh, solid. You going? Okay, you going to
Yeah, I'm
the
going to the
opener the next
game.
day then?
Yeah.
Heck
Ooh,
yeah,
West.
man.
What y'all think about Michigan State? Do you think Jonathan Smith gonna make it?
I'll let you answer first on where.
I don't know, man. That program is hit or miss. It's hit or miss with them.
Like what they doing? Like even in basketball, like all them kids transferred out,
Yeah.
and then if you notice, his other son, Jason Richardson's son, don't even got Michigan State in his top 10 recruiting class. I mean, the schools that's recruiting them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a wild fact. I got two theories for it. Like, I really think John L. Smith is a good coach. Like, he resurrected a pretty bad Oregon State program. But one, they're still paying off the Nassar stuff and all that hundreds of millions of dollars. They're still paying off Tucker from the last, contract. And I think they're really hurting financially. Like, seriously, Aiden Childs is nice and Andrew Marsh is nice. But they can be fighting for a bowl game, man. That's the best they can do with this season. That's the best they can hope for.
Yeah,
I think, 6 wins would be an accomplishment because the recruiting's not picking up either.
Nah, because nobody, yeah, because it's different, man. It's sink or swim now.
Yeah, it's a tough job, man. The
I
athletic
like that
department is a
Auburn.
mess.
Hey, on Friday night, that when you went up there, that Auburn Baylor game,
Ooh,
at 8 o'clock.
two
That's
programs
gonna
with a
be a
lot to
good
prove.
game. Both of them.
They got a
That's
lot to
going
prove.
that can shape the college football season as well.
True that. True that.
Because if Baylor wins, now they got confidence going into the Big 12, and I don't have no hopes in Colorado. People say I'm hating on Dion. I just think people go to Dion because his name says for itself. Um, the way BYU did both Sadar Sanders and Travis Hunter in the bowl game told me
Mm,
otherwise. That hey, he in over his head because he don't have them two anymore. He
sure.
doesn't.
Yeah.
So now you really got to show how you could coach without them because you didn't have them kids since Jackson State.
Yeah, he has to reload now.
Yeah, they were 7 win team without those two players on the roster last year.
Yeah,
We'll see what they can prove this season. They got like 40 more transfers in again this year. We'll see.
I
We'll
got
see.
Boston. Hold on, I got Northwestern upset setting Tulane.
Mm.
Okay, so you guys are a noon kickoff against Texas.
Yeah, man.
Big
I think
news.
it's.
And then now they bringing David Portnoy on.
I did see that. My gosh. What are your guys' thoughts on him? He's, I mean, not just because he's a Michigan person, but just something about his personality really irks me. But
No,
that's just
he's
my
just like a
opinion.
Pat McAfee. They both similar to me. So
That's a fair comparison. That's probably why they're
I
bringing him
think
on too.
they act the same. They loud, obnoxious, they energetic, they
Yeah.
get the crowd going. Um, Portnoy is a self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
Uh, McAfee just made himself a self-made millionaire through ESPN.
Real
So
talk.
yeah, I think it's gonna be fun because these people switch back and forth anyway, and then you see what's
They
going on
do.
at FS1. People can't calm it down and be adults. So they about to get rid of everybody here. So hey,
That's
Anwar, we can take over the FS1 spots.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking about another career move, so I'll do it.
Yeah,
so sign
man.
me up.
Hey, yeah, bring us on. We take over for the faculty.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, all right, fellas, I need to wind down
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
brother.
and go back in the office tomorrow. So,
I
Peter,
know.
thank you for coming up. I know you said you were getting ready for something else, so I appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, no. Thanks again for
Thank
having me
you.
on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Yep.
Peter. I'll let you, bro. God bless you, man.
All right, God bless. Take care, folks.
Yes, sir.
All right, Marmar, do you have any parting words
You
for
already
tonight?
know what I'm gonna say. Go blue. You know what I'm saying? We coming though. Hey, August 30th couldn't get here no quicker because we about to do because New Mexico is depleted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they got that new coach or whatever left, or he retired, whatever he did, everybody left. So the people that stayed, you got to build them. They coming to the big house about to get smacked in the mouth. It's gonna be 70-0 at halftime. That's just my belief.
How much?
70-0 at halftime.
70
Game
zero.
over.
I'm thinking 42.
No,
35.
because that 10-man rotation defensive line gonna shut every. They gonna be in that backfield all night.
Yeah, I mean, we know what it is. Yes, it's a warm up.
New Mexico ain't. I'm not saying they ain't gonna go move the ball or here and there. I'm saying a lot of that defense is gonna have a field day, and then the running backs just gonna do it all by themselves, and then Bryce Underwood gonna have a field day. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Now that you mentioned that, that's interesting. Will if the first game is going to be that easy, is Oklahoma going to devise a scheme that's going to make Bryce have to win the game the next week? That's
Okay, so I think the X factor in that game is Sharon Moore.
okay.
You know why? 'Cause that's his alma mater. That's where it started out for Sharon. He's coming back. He ain't gonna feel uncomfortable there. He gonna have them boys. He gonna have them boys ready. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have them boys just like when they came into the Buckeye Stadium and how they would enter into the bowl game. Yeah, that's how they coming, man. They we different, man. Michigan is different. We are.
Mhm.
He's teaching them the underdog mentality. People don't like y'all. People talk about y'all. We always in the tabloids. We always in the news. They're always saying something bad about Michigan. So y'all hear this. So what I want you to do, I want you to embrace the villain role, the underdog role, and I want you to go out here and show the people why y'all underdogs. But by stumping these people in the head and going on and winning the game. Oklahoma is in for it. I don't think John Mateer is all what everybody think of. Kinetic just came here. Like Kinetic said, he ain't put up good numbers in big games. And then you follow and listen. So you couldn't do that in the Pac-12, John Mateer. Now you bring your talents to the SEC with your same offensive coordinator. Yeah, you might do Illinois State in, but you coming up against a defense that Michigan has rebuilt in 1 year. 1 year. 1 year. It took 1 year to get all this depth in that Michigan defense. And they're going to have a 10-man rotation. They're going to wear Mateer out. They're going to have him running for his life.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I just can't. I see us going 3-0 before the bye. 4-0 before the bye.
Okay. I think
But we
that's
played we played Nebraska, and I don't know. Nebraska lost a lot of coaching too.
okay.
Appreciate you, Kinetic. But yeah, so yeah, that's just my final thought. Is go blue. Um,
All right.
appreciate you having me, and I holla at you.
All right. Thanks, Mama Mar.
All right,
Peace.
God bless you. Yep.
All right, everyone. I don't have much else to say here. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you to Marmar. Thank you to Peter for coming up. Yeah, look out for the next show. As I said, yeah, when the season starts, these will be post-game reaction shows and also predictions for the next week. And I think we will still do some midweek stuff as time permits. But yeah, for the most part, post-game reaction and then predictions for the next week. And I'm gonna ask Johnny if he wants to come back and christen the 2025 season. We have a tradition now, so I think he'll be up for that. Guys, if you like, you like sports, that's why you're here. You like Michigan football, that's why you're here. If you like sports stories, please consider getting a copy of my book, The Engineers of Western New York Basketball Story, Part 1, Innocent Basketball Dreams. It's a story about what sports teach you about life. And it involves a lot of the same lessons the Wolverines and the Buckeyes and the Illini and the Crimson Tide that they're all learning at their schools. Sports teach you about life, and whether or not you win the title, hopefully you do, you learn lessons there that take you into the adult world and the real world. I was telling Marcus Allen about this in the airport a couple of days ago. Anyway, yeah, if you want a copy, reach out to me. The hardcover, I'm selling it to my YouTube subs for $25. And the paperback, I'm selling that for $22. On Amazon, those cost more. So, and those are signed copies. Anyway, let me eat something and get into bed. You know what? I unfortunately I didn't start with Brady Hoke, so we're gonna end with a word from Brady Hoke.
We understand what Michigan football means and what Michigan football is. We will always be about the team at Michigan. This is never going to be about Brady Hoke.
All right. Since Peter was here, we'll end out with Lou Holtz.
He has lost to Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan twice, and everybody that beats him does so because they're more physical than Ohio State. And I think Notre Dame will take that same approach.
All right, everybody, go blue. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. And once again, go blue.